She Sweet, my default number for starting a little exposition like this today. This is my latest uke banjo that I'm putting on eBay, so that's the place to look for it if you want to get tempted to make a bid. But I said and this is not my instrument. I'll clarify this. It belongs to an ex-pupil of mine who has since moved on to tenor banjo in Chicago tuning. So this instrument is surplus to his requirements. So his loss is somebody else's gain. It is a George Formby model. To be more specific, made by Dallas. They call it a C model, and the C is part of the serial number on the back of the peghead, if you can see it there. The George Formby endorsed ukulele banjos ranged from the Model A, which was the cheapest, to a gold-plated Model E, which was the most expensive. So a C is somewhere about halfway up the kudos ladder. They're quite substantially made, although it was made down to price. It's got about a 7.5-inch rim there, with 10 tension hooks, which is not bad for this size instrument on an English uke banjo. I've got to say that all the plating is very good, nickel plated there. All the hooks, the top band, the flange, which is fixed to the resonator, and the original tailpiece. But as you see, the finish is considerably worn around the edge of the resonator. It's pretty good on the back. The sunburst finish is nice. There's a nice depth to it there. The worst part of the finish is around about the first position of where the neck joins the peg head there. As you see, it's worn right down through the lacquer. And while we're in that neck of the woods, we see that it also is very worn. The pear wood fretboard is very worn in that first position, which you'll be aware of if you're a George Formby player. I know that George Formby players like George Formby endorsed instruments, apart from anything else, because it's got a nice little picture of George on there, the peg head there, as well as the little signature on the vellum, which, as you see, is a bit faded there. And the vellum is very, very dirty. It could obviously benefit from a new vellum, and it benefit definitely from new strings. It's got the old-fashioned nylon monofilament strings. We have the original bridge there, which is very low. I just point this out to you because George Formby fans like a very low action, and this is about as low as you can get without it rattling on the frets. While we're in this neck of the woods again, I'll point out that it's got the original non-slip pegs, so-called non-slip, if you adjust them properly. I'm trying to get a good picture here, but the light is going very quickly. And I'll just say then that the buttons are a sort of imitation tortoiseshell. Very attractive when you see them up close. Sorry I couldn't get a good fix on it there. Anyway, it's all pretty solid and in playing condition. Apart from one major thing which I think should be done, and that is have the frets dressed, because old wooden instruments shrink, but of course the metalwork doesn't, and leaves the edges of the frets proud on the fingerboard, which is very uncomfortable to say the least, and can be quite dangerous if you catch your finger on a sharp edge. So that should be done. And if you're not absolutely certain of your instrument skills in doing this, I'd please put it in the hands of a professional luthier. Okay, I'm going to finish off with a little bit of George Formby now, if my croaky voice will let me. I'm going to do a little bit of the window cleaner, just to try and tempt you into placing a bid when you see this come up on eBay. Okay, let's see if I can remember the intro. Nearly, but no cigar. I go cleaning windows to earn an honest bob. For a nosy Parker, it's an interesting job. Now it's a job that just suits me. A window cleaner you would be, if you could see what I could see. When I'm cleaning windows in my profession, I'll work hard and I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Have a good day. Bye now.